Hey there. Thank you for joining me for another episode of Total Ramblings. I'm afraid it's another life update, so if you want to skip it, I don't mind. I'm sure I'll have something more interesting to post soon. Just not today. First of all though, can I just say, I've got 300 subscribers. 300 subscribers as of today. Hurrah! Hello, 300th subscriber. If I was offering prizes, you'd have one, but I'm not. Maybe for the 500th subscriber, I'll offer a prize. I don't know. Anyway, it's Thursday, the 12th of June, 2025. Tomorrow is Friday the 13th. Now, I try not to get superstitious about these kinds of things. Unfortunately, enough people kind of do get suspicious that nasty things can sometimes happen on Friday the 13th. So let's see what happens. It's about 7:45 in the evening, and I've just left the hospitals where I've been visiting Liz. I didn't leave work till 6 o'clock today. I've been in Wimbledon today working because Thursday is the day I go into the office, and I've had a terrible day. I'm basically rubbish at my job, and I've just kind of I'm not feeling it lately, guys. I'm not feeling it at all. And then I'm in the middle of this meeting, quite a frantic meeting, where I'm just thinking to myself, I really am a bit shit at my job, when I get a phone call from an unknown number. And I go back later and check the voicemail, and it seems that my insurance company have stuck an investigator onto me who wants to do a video interview. I've tried ringing this lady back about 9 times, and I've left 2 voicemail messages, and I've sent her an email. I am fundamentally an insurance claims person. I've been in insurance for 35 years, well, 34 years, but if you were to cut me through the middle, it would say claims like a stick of rock. And in my opinion, and in my experience, there's only one reason you appoint an investigator to do a video interview. And that's probably because they think I'm trying to make a fraudulent claim. And I'm going to be honest with you, this absolutely shocked me to the core. And for the last 3 hours, I've been shaking. I'm absolutely shocked by this. And anyone who knows me, because claims is my career, I didn't choose it, it happened, right? People just tend to fall into insurance. Nobody grows up as a child and thinks, oh, I'd love to be in insurance. It just happens. Just happens to people, right? And it just happened to me. And I've been 34 years now in insurance. Sorry for repeating myself, 19 of those as a frontline claims handler. And my whole life is ruled by guilt, right? It is not in my nature to make a fraudulent claim or try and pull a fast one. And this, it can only be that that's what they think. And I don't know why that's what they think. I've been completely upfront and honest with them since day one. I've been vlogging about it on here, so they can even see the history of it if they want to. And it's like an attack on my very soul if indeed they are accusing me of trying to make a fraudulent claim. It's like a very deeply, deeply personal attack. And I'm only now just recovering from the thought that somebody could think that I was so fundamentally dishonest. Now, I could be wrong, and maybe that's not what the interview's about, but I bet it is. Why else would you appoint an investigatory firm? They've sent around 2 loss adjusters a drying company 3 times, and a builder. What else could this be? Anyway, if they're going to be recording me, I shall point out that I will also be recording the meeting as well. I think that's only fair. I've said more than happy to have a video interview. Be delighted. I don't get to speak to very many people. I'm usually at home on my own. I'll be quite happy to talk to somebody for an hour, 2 hours, all afternoon if you want. Whatever. I know there's nothing dodgy, so, you know. There you go, ladles and jelly spoons. There you go. 5 o'clock this evening, I was absolutely distraught. I just sat at my desk at work. I couldn't believe it. And then not being able to get hold of this lady and talk to her and actually know for sure what this is about. She's bound to be an ex-copper. All of these private investigation firms, they always employ ex-coppers because they've got the training skill set, right, to interrogate people. But where are they going to get with me? I've got nothing to hide. I'm far too honest for my own good, if I'm honest with you. Oh, there you go. I'm far too honest for my own good. So, you know. Anyway, there you go. I just had to tell you guys, if anyone's watching, just to kind of get this off my chest a little bit, because I feel deeply and personally attacked. I can't really explain it. This goes to my very core. This feels like an attack on my core person. So this is a 2-monster kind of day. Total Ramblings, brought to you by Monster. It's not. I don't have a sponsor. I don't even know if adverts appear during my videos, because I am the person who pays for YouTube Premium. Yes, it's me. You want to know who pays for YouTube Premium? Me. I pay for YouTube Premium because YouTube is my main source of entertainment, and I watch it far more than Netflix or Apple or iPlayer, although I watch those things as well. I'm YouTube all the time, and I hate adverts, and so I pay for YouTube Premium so that I don't get the adverts. Now, I don't know whether you, the viewer watching this, pays for YouTube Premium or whether you have some kind of ad blocker, but because I pay for YouTube Premium, I don't get adverts, and I've no idea if adverts pop up during my videos or not. I assume they do, and if they do, I don't know what they're for. No, this channel is not monetized. I literally can't monetize it until I get to 500 viewers and I've got a certain amount of viewing time or something. And even then, 500 viewers, I might get like £1 a year if I'm lucky. Monetization is not what this is all about. This vlog is all about me getting stuff off my chest mainly, and showing cool stuff to people like you watching. Unboxings and Lego and drone flights and reviews of things. But you see, I don't get to talk to many people. Now that is my fault, because I keep people at arm's length, because people are complicated, right? And getting involved in people's lives introduces additional complication that I often can't handle, which is why I keep my circle of personal face-to-face friends very, very small, deliberately so, which is why it's even more of a pisser when one of those friends dies. And I'm sorry to keep going on about my friend Siobhan, but she's almost constantly on my mind, because I'll look at stuff that I've got at home, like a Dalek or a collection or a Doctor Who annuals or something, and it just kind of doesn't have any joy for me anymore because I've got nobody to talk about it with. And again, this is the fundamental dichotomy, right? There's a cartoon, there's a 4-panel cartoon where there's a cat staring out a window, and the cat's like, oh, I'm so lonely, I never get to interact with anybody. And someone goes to pet the cat, and the next panel the cat goes, don't fucking touch me! And then the cat goes back to looking out the window and says, oh, will this eternal solitude never end? That's me, right? I am a cat. I sleep like a cat. I live like a cat. I don't lick my balls like a cat. In fact, Ty can't do that because he hasn't got any. Both my cats have been neutered. But my point being is that I am a cat. And it's no coincidence that the logo for Total Ramblings features a cat wearing glasses. It's me, right? In case you hadn't realised that by now. But why did I get onto the topic of cats? What the hell am I talking about? Why am I talking about cats? I've lost topic now. What was I talking about? Cats. How did I get onto the topic of cats? I don't know. I'm losing it. I am genuinely losing it. I am genuinely having the worst time of my life. Liz just seems to constantly want to pick fights with me every time I visit her, and just is constantly just having a go at me about something. So I'm convinced she hates me. And I drove home the other night from her, seeing her, and she chose to have a go at me about something. And the whole journey home, this journey I'm doing right now, I was just thinking about doing unmentionable things to myself, like permanent removal from the gene pool. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? I think about this quite a lot. So I'd quite like to be a cat, really. Yeah. I've actually got no idea or a clue how I got onto the topic of cats. That's going to bug me now. What was I talking about? Oh, there's my flashing ambulance today. Every day I go out on the road, I see at least one ambulance with blue lights going past me. It's kind of weird, right? Every day. I used to do a flashing blue light index for the day, and I would record the number of police, fire, and ambulances that I saw, and then that would be a point for each one. And then each one that had active flashing lights, that would be a 2-pointer. And I guess if they had sirens on, that would be a 3-pointer. And that used to be my joke way of assessing the economy, would be the flashing light index. Stupid. Everything I say on this channel is stupid. I can't remember why I was talking about cats. It's gonna bug me for some time. And I'm going to watch this playing back and I'll be like, oh yeah, I had a point to make. And I can't think what that point was. Weird, huh? Anyway, I'm going to show you Selborne now. This is Selborne, apparently the home of some dude called Gilbert White, but I don't know who he was, naturalist or something like that. Anyway, it has ridiculously narrow roads, and because of that, I suspect because of that, it has this 20-mile-an-hour limit going through. But it's quite picturesque. I'm not knocking it. It's just that when I get here, I know that I'm about halfway home-ish. Well, I'm not actually. I've got 19 miles to go. This is the 1/3 marker then. That was a lie. It's the 1/3 marker. I was wrong. And it's kind of golden hour, so the sunlight looks very nice. I couldn't speak like a few hours ago because I was so in shock about this insurance thing. The only thing I can think of is that they want to interview me because they think it's a fraudulent claim. It's the only thing I can think of. I don't get it. I don't get where this is coming from. It's like shocked me to my very core. I'm not exaggerating. This is the essence of who I am that's being attacked. It's like a personal assassination attempt in my mind, right? Why the frig was I talking about cats? I said it's no coincidence that the logo of Total Ramblings is a cat. And earlier than that I said because I am a cat, I sleep like a cat. Why was I talking about cats? That was it. It's the cartoon. I remember now. Right. The point I was making was that there's this fundamental dichotomy in my being, right? And that is that I bemoan the fact that I don't have anyone to talk to. But the fact that I don't have anyone to talk to is because I keep people at arm's length. And I cannot explain this. I do not know why. But it reminded me of that cat in that comic. That, you know, the cat is the author of its own misfortune, if you like. And I see myself in that cat and in that cartoon, right? And so basically, people are tricky to deal with. I have enough problems with my own life and getting involved in other people's lives. I suffer from an excess of empathy, or I used to anyway. I used to hang around a lot with my cousin Tina, who was about 1 or 2 years older than me, and I didn't have much to do. I was living with my grandma. She used to have a horse called King, and every day I'd go and cycle and help her with her horse. And the problem is that if I get involved with people like that, I would be too empathetic to their problems. You know, of course, they would tell me their problems, and I would start to feel so deeply for them that I would get quite distressed that I couldn't help them with their problems, like they were my problems. And this is one of my problems, is that I internalize a lot of things, right? If there's something going wrong somewhere, let's say at work, I will automatically assume, and this could be a narcissism thing, I don't know, I will automatically assume that it's somehow because of me and it's my fault and that I must make amends. Now, you could call that main character syndrome. Maybe I think I'm the main character, or maybe I'm just a narcissistic arsehole, or I don't know. But the problem is that having done that for so long, it becomes very draining. And so in order to not do that, I disengage from people, and I generally like to be on my own. And then of course I bemoan that I can't talk to anyone. I told you it was weird. There is no explanation for this. I literally cannot explain it other than how I'm doing this now. This is where this vlog comes in, and this is actually a perfect example of it, because doing this vlog is kind of like therapy for me, because I can talk to people, you guys, even if you're not actually listening, because everyone's probably switched off by now, but I can talk to you guys and I can express myself and bare my soul and my worries and my fears and my anxieties and all the rest of it, and I don't have to listen to anyone else's and internalize those problems for myself. Does that make sense? I guess it's a kind of selfish thing, right? But you see, if I engage with somebody and they tell me about their problems, I'm going to start feeling sorry for them, and I'm going to internalize those things, and I'm going to want to sort those problems out as well. And I've got enough issues of my own, unfortunately. So this is kind of like therapy for me, really, and just talking about randomness, total ramblings, which is what this channel is, obviously, and just kind of offloading and getting, it's kind of easing my tensions to a degree, expressing my concerns. Occasionally people give me feedback, or whatever, and I don't have it coming at me the other way. And I don't actually, there's a new sign up there. That sign says Alton. We are in Alton, and that's a brand new sign that was not there on Tuesday. And there are some people doing lots of pointing. It's the pointing club by the looks of it. I think they're supposed to be running, but in fact they all had their arms in the air pointing at something. I think they might have been pointing at this railway bridge that we're just about to go under. Don't know why. Don't know why you would want to join a club that's all about pointing, but there you go. Anyway, there you go. This is like one-way therapy for me, and I get to kind of offload, and I don't have to ingest other people's problems. And I don't actually care whether it's just to a YouTube algorithm or bots listening, or whether there are actually real people out there listening, because the fact is I've got it off my chest. Liz once bought me a cuddly toy that had a zipper for a mouth, and what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to write your worries down and on a piece of paper and put them inside the monster's mouth, and that was quite useful. So in a way, this is kind of like a higher tech version of that, because I get to bare my soul and dump all this crap onto YouTube, and then I can't forget about it, but then it's kind of gone. Not gone, but I have managed to express it, and I feel better for doing so. There you go. So that, my friends, is the essence of Total Ramblings, and that is really mainly why I'm here. So, as if I were to go full circle in this video, and it's almost as if I planned this, and I didn't, it's not scripted, I'm just making up this crap as I drive. But if we go back, the fact that I've got 300 viewers is nice. It's nice that people care enough to subscribe and like to watch whatever I put out, even if they don't watch the life updates. I like the fact that my viewer numbers have gone up, and yeah, I think that's really good. So I'm going to end this video by saying thank you very much for subscribing. Thank you for getting me to the 300 subscribers mark. Here's to 500, here's to 1,000, here's to 1,000,000, whatever. I'm not exactly going to be Mr. Beast when it comes to YouTubing, but it's a little hobby that keeps me entertained, and if it keeps other people entertained in some small way, then that's brilliant. And at least I finally worked out why I was talking about cats. So I'm not going to bother turning the camera back around. I'm just going to give you a nice view of some English countryside at the height of summer, with about, 8 days to go until the longest day. After that, the nights are going to start drawing in and it's going to be getting scary again. So there you go, look at that, 25 minutes in to me just talking absolute tosh in this fantastic, amazing episode of Total Ramblings. And here's the thing, 300 subscribers, we will soon be at 300 videos. There you go. You can't say I haven't got my money's worth. I have my DJI cameras. I mean, you could say that. You might be accurate, but I don't know. Anyway, thank you very much for subscribing. Please remember to like, share, comment, hate, unsubscribe. No, don't do that. Whatever you like, really. And hopefully I will see you in the next episode, whatever that may be. Bye-bye.